Hello, everyone. My name is Amanda Marques. I just got back from the Portuguese National Championship last weekend. It was an event with 145 players, 8 rounds of Swiss, and I got for top 16. So I went 6 and 2 and got 11th place and made it all the way to top 4 with an Odion deck with a small Kashtira package. And I'm just here to showcase my deck list. So let's start off with the profile. Let's go with the Odion cards first. I played kind of a fairly standard engine, so I played uh, these ones, Field Spell, Temple, and two of each of the trap cards. Um, yeah, I don't think there's too much different in this lineup. I guess I've seen players only use two Anubis and one Serpent. Um, I just felt that I wasn't playing Fiendsmith, so it was more of like a dedicated variant, just Odion cards. I did the math on how many starters I would open, like one of these 9 cards, and it felt like the chance of opening two uh, was outweighed by the need to open at least one. And even if I opened two, if it was one of these 6 plus one of the field spell, that was fine as well. Just play two Serpent because in the long run it came up. The point where it came up the most was that the first would have been banished a lot by SP or White Binder or some other card like that, or I was making a rank for play with it, like Granite, and then I'd use the Granite to make Silhouette Rabbit. Rabbit would set the second one, so that's why I needed to. Usually, it's at this point of the profile, players usually mentions the statue, Anguish statue of Patton or something like that. Me and my friend, we were both playing the deck, and we came to the conclusion we didn't really want the card. It was kind of a brick. It's only really ever good when you set both of these. We weren't really doing the fusion play turn one anyway, so we can get to two. On average, we just started with none of these. We went field spell, set the serpent, and then we just went rabbit, set the other one, and having statue plus only serpent is kind of mid. Everything kind of activates on summon, so even if you destroy it, uh, it's kind of irrelevant. So we were only doing on average one pop with one of the swamp deities. If it was a monster that was using an effect, because if it was a spell card, then the destruction effect really didn't matter. We just chose not to play it. Didn't really come up much, to be fair. That was good. It was one last break in the deck. Um, I played a small Kashtira package. The way this is good is that it was one more push every time, and if I went first, it kind of insulated me into impermanence and ash. Starting with a man and getting impermanent and not having another play was really bad. But if you have like a Kashtira, especially Unicorn, you have another line of play where you can go into Silhouette Rabbit or IP Masquerina. So you don't outright lose just one hand trap on the spot. This was really cool to get rid of Detonator, and this was also good on the grind game, especially simplified game states. If you were using Charmies and Drone Lockbar and whatnot, and the opponent just ended on a half board, then these cards really shine. They were just extra pushes to pair with Man with a Mark, so you wouldn't outright just lose to one interaction. They were really good. The only matchup these were kind of terrible was the Malice matchup going second, honestly. We'll go over that in the side deck, and I'll mention my uh, my deck building mistake, I guess. As far as more consistency cards, I played a few one-offs, so I played these two. Definitely need it, and played these 5, I guess. So 2 more one-offs, and these 3. So kind of wanted more like a mid-range deck. And this did its job again. Simplified game states. This card is also worked really well. Not much to say about it. I just don't really like this one going first, but again, just a really good power spell. I felt it was good enough to play it. Over on to the rest of the non-engines, so all the hand traps. First things first, I didn't have all my Charmies to play. I wanted to play more Perulias, I didn't have them. I wanted to play Meows in the side deck, I didn't have them. What I had was 3 Fulas, 1 Perulia. That's what I played. So if you're wondering about the 1 Perulia, just didn't have more. But this is pretty standard over in any deck at the moment. Three draws again, also nothing too crazy, and three ash and three importance. These are the weaker hand traps. I guess I play this one because you can use it into an established board and it's a trap for your treasures of the kings. And this one was the last card added into the deck. The deck didn't really play into Mulcharmies much. I wasn't really too fussed about me getting Fulos or a Perulia or something like that. And on average, I was giving a +1 for Perulias, but besides that, I wasn't too scared about Fulos. I was just on average doing a Silhouette Rabbit play and passing, usually on 4 summons, so I wasn't even getting nibbed. But I needed to get to 40 cards, and this seemed the most um, mid-range card that I could play. I guess I'll just say that. I didn't play Dominus Purge, and I played Ash over it because Purge was just very mediocre. To be fair, it does less than Ash Blossom, and it cuts you off of Darks. Where that's relevant is in the side deck where you play Typhon and SP, and those are usually your board breaker cards. You play it every time when you go second. And me and my friend would just thought, if Purge cuts us off of the grind game going second, then it's just a not worthwhile card, especially since it doesn't actually stop your opponent's plays. Just felt very mediocre. We chose not to play it, even if it was an actual trap for our treasures and Anubis. Um, yeah, so that was the main deck. I wanted to play like a Fiendsmith engine, and I want to play just the one of Engraver. That's one thing I changed in the deck. So I wanted to play more Brulias, maybe in the side deck, but I really want to play one Engraver in the main deck, so I could access it through Requiem. So I'd go two monsters, like again, a Kashtira and Man, or Man and Scorpion if your regular play goes through. Moon, Requiem, Engraver, and you just go for a Caesar play. So that's one change I'm making to the deck. Going over to the extra deck now. I played two fusions. There's like 4 cards that you always make in the deck that you could potentially play as a two ofs, because you play them a whole lot. So it's these 4 cards. These are like the standard cards to play in this deck's extra deck. Everything else, it's kind of up to you. And so we just chose to play 2 of these because it does come up every now and again in the grind game. That's the only fusions. We played a few links, and so what I did here was that I played these 2 again, and they kind of need Link Spider because some of these links need effect monsters, and the traps are an effect monster, so you just play Link Spider there. Almirage for SP, and I decided to play this one just for IP, and you can use the traps to make Unicorn. It came up a few times. Then a few XCs, again Typhon. I play Granite because I play Lord of the Heavenly Prison in the side deck. I thought about playing Nib in the main deck for game 1 because I didn't want to play Lord in the game 1 and then having to go second. I have it. I kind of wanted to play Nib, just the one up to search with Granite, but I just felt it wasn't worth it, so it's only there for the side deck really. Cowboy for time, but I actually only summoned twice to go for game 1. It was cool, really cool. Baguskin Redoer, Lars, and M7. So I guess these are really good utility XCs. M7, never used it, but one of the theories was that you could actually add back Droll or Lancia and keep stalling your opponent. So that idea was really cool. Onto the side deck. So the side deck was my biggest downfall in this deck. It wasn't really optimal, and I'll just go over that. The things that was that were really good, that I was content with, was playing the 3 lances. These are in the deck. Neither are these. And playing the Lord with targets. I'm over this side. So I dedicated 3 spots for floodgates, essentially, and surgical floodgates, pretty much. Lord, and the best 2 targets at the moment was these 2, I felt like, and I just lasted the standard, and I played 3 Judgment. I feel like it should have been Warning, because there weren't really many spelling traps that I wanted to negate, everything that I wanted to negate, I could do it in the main phase with Swamp DD. So I really just negated summons with this, and I kind of wanted to negate effects that summon cards. So it should just have been warning. So this was the first mistake, and then the other mistake was that I played 6 cards that I didn't side in much and stopped siding in midway through Swiss. Was that I played 6 breakers. These weren't really good, and I should have just not have sided these in. Um, and should have just been more cards targeted for Malice, which was the worst matchup in the deck. So excuse these cards; these weren't really good. My bad. I came up with a solution. So these should have been warnings. And out of these 6, you should have just played Charmies that I didn't have. But again, since I'm going on a budget, the first card that I probably should have played then as an alternative should have been Chaos Hunter. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. On my side egg was a pretty mediocre side, but this is what I played. So a few considerations about the tournament. I played a lot of Malice. I really struggled because of the side deck, and I needed to make these changes. Mitsurugi Raizil was as expected, and I kind of wanted to make the deck good, going second against it. Hence the drones, hence the Kashtiras. Fenrir was really good going into a detonator alone. So that's pretty much what I also wanted to play the Kashtiras. That's pretty much it. The deck, again, the changes. I'd play more Charmies, and I play the one-off Engraver, so I could go into Caesar. That's about it, guys. Thank you for watching my deck profile, and I'll catch you some other time.